Good morning, everybody. This is Kim Danke coming to you live on this Wednesday morning, May 11th, 2022, and we are 131 days in to the 2022 edition of the Game of Life. We are just moving right along. This year is already flying by, and this is always a busy month for people. June will be here, and the end of June will be here, and half of the year will be over. Will you be wondering what you've done with it? I hope not. Let's make something happen. Let's work and live the Shibboleth lifestyle. When you hop on here this morning, please say good morning, where you're watching from, and what type of Shibboleth day you're going to have today. I'm going to have an intermittent fasting day, doing a wow challenge. I'm going to do the one that's called pistachios and weight loss go hand in hand. And it really doesn't have that much to do with pistachios per se. Somebody who created this wow challenge, or maybe Travis, but anyway, must have liked the Advocare pistachio meal replacement, because it looks like it might have started with that. Because a lot of times when people or when wow challenges get started, it's because somebody really likes something and they think that if they can have that in a day and then do some other perfect things around it, then they would have a great weight loss day and that kind of thing. So somebody must have really liked the Advocare pistachio flavored meal replacement. So it's called pistachios go hand in hand. But for breakfast, you get 2 eggs, or it just says eggs. Anyway, I'll have 2 eggs with 2 ounces of cheese. Then for lunch, you can have the pistachios ice cream flavored meal replacement from Advocare, or any meal replacement that you choose. And then for dinner, you can have chicken breast, 96% lean ground beef, and there was one other lean protein, cooked in MCT oil with, I think it says up to a cup of green veggies. Category 2, not green necessarily, but category 2 veggies. So that's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm going to do that today. I am down 5 pounds from Monday. So when I weighed Monday as compared to when I weighed today is 5 pounds. And I did do the 2 wow challenges called Kim D's Bionic Hemp Day. So I did that on Monday and Tuesday. And they're pretty good because they're satisfying because I like the hemp bar. But yesterday, I just couldn't imagine myself doing it one more day. But when I woke up this morning, I thought, well, you know what? I really do want to have another reason to lock it in today. So I came up with my other favorite wow challenge, which is the pistachios and weight loss go hand in hand. So I'm going to do that. And because tomorrow I need to travel to Birmingham, I am going to do the other Kim D's Bionic Hemp Day, because I can take the 2/3 of the hemp bar and then the bio coffee and health-wise hot chocolate with me. It'll make the travel easy, make the day easy. I just have to stick with it. Now, this morning I was thinking, I always contemplate why can't I just, eat a meal, not think about food between the next time to eat, and then eat a meal. Why? Don't know why. So I'm not going to really focus on that. But what I am going to focus on is Shibboleth and what Shibboleth does for me. What Shibboleth does for me is it gives me a reason to say no when I need to. So if I didn't have Shibboleth, I guess I need some type of external help, and that needs to turn into internal help, but I needed some type of external help to say no to things when I need to be saying no to them in order to manage a healthy weight. So I guess that's just kind of part of my personality. I need a reason to say no. So that is why I'm so hardcore on not going over my holidays in a month, because that is what gives me the reason to say no, is that I don't go over my holidays in a month. And lately, because sometimes you get comfortable, and I don't do a lot of wow challenges because guess what? I don't want to have to tell myself no. I'm having a snack or an extra. And a wow challenge, you don't have those. But I've been a little too holiday-y this month already. And so I needed to do some wow challenges. And I chose to do them because it now gives me a reason to say no. And I have already chosen the wow challenge this morning. See, when you do a wow challenge, it is really best to choose it in the morning because you then know you need to meet that challenge. A lot of times people will say, oh, I don't pick it until the afternoon just to make sure that I hit it, or that evening to make sure that I did it. Well, where's your reason to say no? You haven't chosen it. You have an out. And I have already chosen it this morning, and I've already put it in my journal, what I'm eating. So give yourself those reasons to say no. Living the Shibboleth lifestyle in general will help you with that. So once you've had 3 meals in a day, the answer is now no. And then if you choose or feel like you needed an extra or a snack, and you've had one extra, you've had one snack, and then let's just say that you want something else, the answer is now no. And you would need to go to a freebie at that point if you really needed something else, okay? So the Shibboleth lifestyle gives me a reason to tell myself no, because I know that a management system works, especially when you need a management system to help with something. There are other people that need management systems to deal with other things. Shibboleth is the one that we have to deal with this. So I love that it gives me the reason to tell myself no, and those wow challenges will do the same thing. Okay, so I'm not sure if I said the word of the day yesterday. I can't remember. But when I looked down at the list, I was like, I don't remember saying that. But what I'm going to say today, whether or not I said it yesterday, is help and helper. So his attribute is that he loves to help us. He is a helper. That is a title. Help and helper. And it's going to go along today with today's devotion from Jesus Always by Sarah Young. Okay. Another thing that I have done over the last 2 days is I have also walked. I think I hit 12,000 steps on Monday and 10,000 steps yesterday. Now that had to be purposeful walking because my job is actually a lot of sitting around. But what I've been doing in my neighborhood is, because I'll make a lot of excuses about not walking. And I don't like to walk out onto the main road to walk in. My neighborhood's very small. So I don't like to walk out onto the main road and walk to the other neighborhood because there's a sidewalk. There is a sidewalk, but it's on a main road. And it's not like a interstate or highway. It's just a well-traveled road. And I still don't like being on the sidewalk. You know, the speed limit, I think, is 45 on that road. But, you know, people are texting and driving these days. And I don't want to be on the sidewalk, somebody hit me. So I will do it every once in a while, but I don't really like to. And then the other day I went out there and there was a dead deer and it smelled horrible. And I had to run by it because I was already there. And then I ran back up past that dead deer. Now the dead deer's gone. I looked when I was driving yesterday. But what I decided to do to make it fun in my own neighborhood is, and I don't know what this is called. If this type of thing has a name, let me know. But I was walking all the way up to the farthest part of the first house in the neighborhood, and then I walked back to the farthest part in my yard. And then I walked back up to the farthest part of the second house, and then back to mine. Then the third and back to mine, the fourth and back to mine, fifth back to mine, sixth back to mine, seventh back to mine, eighth back to mine. I'm the 8th house in the neighborhood. So that's what I was doing. It takes about 30 minutes and it really is kind of fun. So that's what I did for the past 2 days. And the reason I got more steps on Monday is I went over to the Kennesaw Farmers Market, and then there's a nice little place to walk right there in Kennesaw. And I walked around there until I hit my 10,000 on my steps, and then I walked to the car and got in it and went and talked at the Shibboleth store. So I did get some extra steps this week. But anyway, so I hope y'all are doing okay this morning. I'm going to go ahead and read this devotion before I switch glasses so that I can see everything. And today's devotion is, like I said, from Sarah Young. Jesus Always by Sarah Young. This one is for... Oh, okay. No. So, no matter how inadequate you may feel, Can I just tell you that that was the perfect line for a devotion this morning? I woke up feeling inadequate. I woke up feeling like I didn't give the Lord the right type of time this morning that I like to give him before I do all these other things. I mean, there was this feelings of inadequacy all morning long. And I was talking to him and saying, Lord, I don't know why I feel like this. I mean, I should just be living joyfully in you. Why am I feeling like this? No clue I was going to come and pick up this today. And when I looked at the 365, it says help and helper. It's amazing how he will give us what we need when we are in tune with him. And I do live my life in tune with him, but I crave it to be so in tune with him that when I don't get up and do the things that I kind of want to do, I think, why did I not do that? But then I have to let it go. So this was a great devotion. He's a wonderful Lord. No matter how inadequate you may feel, you can always look to me for help. And then when I looked down, it was help and helper for the 365 days, 365 names, titles, and attributes for the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. You don't need to go to a special place. See, I just laid in the bed this morning and read my devotions, and then I did my prayer from the bed. But I did my prayer from the bed while also my mind kept drifting and going to this thing and the other thing. I know we all have that happen. And this guy that I've been reading his books, John Mark Comer, he was doing a podcast the other day with Rich Velotis from Word of Life in, I think it's called Word of Life in Queens and New York. But he said that when you are praying, our minds just drift. They just do that. So when they drift, immediately train yourself to come right back. And he says, you know what? If it happens 100 times, you have 100 reasons to come right back to the Lord in that prayer. So this morning, as my mind was drifting, I was coming back. And then what I would do is go, Lord, my mind drifted to this. Can you take that for me? Can you handle that for me? Of course he will. It was just me giving it to him. So you don't need to go to a certain place or assume a certain posture to seek my face. Nor do you need to use elegant language to work or win my favor. I always look favorably on you because I see you clothed in my righteousness. I am alive in you, and I understand your thoughts perfectly. So a simple glance at me, made in faith, is enough to connect you to my help. You tend to waste energy trying to determine whether your resources are adequate for the day. You keep checking your power gauge instead of looking to me for my provision. So like this morning, I did not want to get up out of the bed, and I was already checking my resources for the day. And when I read that, I went, well, there you go. I don't have to worry about me. I worry about his power gauge. Looking at me for my provision. How much better to simply acknowledge your insufficiency when you awaken. That was perfect. When I read that, before I'm reading it to y'all now, I raised my hands and I said, thank you for my insufficiency, because I don't need to concern myself about that because you are sufficient. This frees you to rely on my boundless sufficiency if you stay in touch with me. I will place enough power at your disposal to meet your needs as they arise. Keep turning toward me, your ever-present help, and your strength will be equal to the demands of your day. So, beautiful, lovely, wonderful word this morning. As we're living the Shibboleth lifestyle, and some of us may have that draw to want to have a little extra something to eat or eat something that wasn't quite right, we can look to him for our strength, and we can know that his power is enough for us to get through today. All we have to do is concern ourselves for today. Yesterday afternoon, it wasn't in the forefront of my subconsciousness, but I could feel in the back of my subconsciousness these little streaks of irritation run through. And it was really funny because I would feel the irritation, but because I had already committed to having that wow challenge yesterday, and I marked it yesterday morning knowing that I could not get out of it, I think my subconscious, the forefront of my subconscious, didn't let those little irritations that were in the back come to the forefront. See, I had a reason to say no, and it kind of blocked off those little irritations. The irritation was that I wanted to sit and just eat because I like to sit down in my chair and eat. That's what I like to do. And it wanted to come up, but see, I already had a plan in place that I couldn't get out of because I had marked it. So that's why I went ahead this morning and marked that pistachios and weight loss, and I'm gonna go with it. So, okay, let's see who's on here with me this morning. Oh, a lot of people. All right, Chris, good morning. Hump day. She gives me a camel today. I love it. IMF day in Jacksonville, Florida. Summer Slim Down day 3, down a pound. Congratulations. That is awesome. Congratulations. Sister starts chemo again today. We'll be praying for her. Hey, Valerie, good morning from Indiana, having a perfect day. And Jada in Middle Tennessee, having a perfect day. Had my parents eating shibboleth all week. That is awesome. That right there just shows you cook regular food. You can feed everybody that. Just eating in a certain way and not overdoing it on the condiments that are heavy in calories, you know. Alicia Edwards, good morning, having a perfect day. Harriet, good morning from South Carolina, having a perfect day, day 3 of the Summer Slim Down. Hey, Diane, good morning. Thank you for sharing, y'all. The share button is somewhere right there. Y'all hit it. We'll have a perfect day. Hey, Diane, good morning from Columbus, Mississippi. Perfect day, day 3 of the Summer Slim Down Challenge, down 4 pounds since Monday. Congratulations. That is awesome. Jada, this shirt, it says, where did you get your shirt? So this one says, I'm a Shibby for life. Okay. Now, this was a special shirt that Brooklyn, Travis's daughter, made. She does make shirts. I think her website is Steel Magnolias something. Go to Facebook and look up Steel Magnolias and see if you can find Brooklyn stuff. She can hand make whatever shibboleth saying you want on your shirt. And yep, that's where I got it. Hey, Dana, good morning. IMF day in Mulvane, Kansas, about halfway through the year. My weight loss slowed way down this year as I've neared goal, and I've got a bit bummed until I looked at my progress report, and I still lost 20 pounds this year. Not as dramatic, but I'm so glad you encouraged me to check that one from time to time. Awesome, good. Yeah, Dana, it is, we kind of come off of that high of losing weight quickly and getting that off. And so that's why when I teach the differences between weight loss and maintenance, and you'll get to maintenance. Are you at maintenance yet, Dana? But what is your mindset? It's got to make all these little pivots and shifts from coming off that high to ebbing and flowing. See, I'll get really disappointed in myself with those holidays that I had at the beginning of May. I'll get bummed because I didn't really want 3 of them. I didn't really want. I just did them. I guess I was like being rebellious, you know, and I'm not normally rebellious, so I don't know what got into me, but I'll get a little bummed. But then I go look at that profile. I go look at this profile. Let me show y'all something. I'll look at this and I'll say, now, wait a minute. There is, you know, even though you did this and now you need 7 perfect days in a row so that you can have holidays on vacation and then you've got to finish out the month perfect, even though that's got to be what happens this month, you're still within wonderful guidelines. So when I look at this right here, when I look at this, that was my weight loss. That's a fun high, okay? But even that I don't like what I've done, look at it. It's still consistency. And so living that life consistently is where you have to make a mindset shift. And I always say there's 3 differences between weight loss and maintenance. One is simply the number of holidays that you can have in a calendar month. 2 is how you eat fruit. Because when you're in weight loss mode, you've got to eat fruit with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. When you are in maintenance, you can have fruit as a snack if you would like to have it by itself. You can have that as your snack for the day if you want to, if you want a snack. And then the other one is your mindset. There's a lot of mindset shifts that need to happen between weight loss and maintenance. And this is where a lot of people sometimes don't allow those new formations and mental maps come into their mind and their heart, and then they slip off. And we don't want that to happen. So Dana, great job looking at that profile. I'm excited that you've lost 20 pounds this year, and that is wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Diane Malone. Hey, Cindy, good morning from St. Paul, Virginia. Hey, Cheryl, no notification today, having an IMF day in Clarksville, Georgia. It was very slow in coming. I don't know why Facebook doesn't do that sometimes. Thank you for letting us know that when it happens. Hey, Harriet, amen. Good words this morning. Hey, Julie, good morning. Perfect day in Ackworth. Chris, thank you for typing in helper. And you know what? I need a helper. Our pastor on Sunday did a Mother's Day sermon, but he did a Mother's Day sermon about when Deborah, one of the judges, had to tell Barak to go and fight this fight. Well, I think I might be getting the names wrong. Anyway, JL ended up putting a tent peg through this guy's temple. It was a lovely Mother's Day, sermon. It really was good. If you want to listen to it, because it does sound interesting right now, you can go to burnthickory.com and find it. But he was talking about moms and how we were a helper and just wonderful things about moms. But then he was talking about how the Holy Spirit is also our helper. And I thought that was really great, just to say, my kid's got his Holy Spirit right here. I mean, he's got it inside, but then his Holy Spirit can come into his room and say, wake up, wake up. No, I'm just kidding. But helper, we need that helper. Let him help. Some of us reject help, and we need to let him help us. Good morning, Kimberly Frew. Glad to have you on here this morning. Harriet says Jesus is our helper. That is right. Hey, Lori, hoping to have a perfect day. I do great during the day, but I lose it at dinner. Okay, so Lori, let's think about why are we losing at dinner? Think about that. Why are you losing it at dinner? Is it because dinner tastes so good and you want a second serving? I know I've had that happen before. So what I started doing with that is I put the food like in the second container, and I will sometimes eat it at breakfast the next morning just to have that. So play, Lori, play and say, if I want seconds, I can have them. 4 to 6 hours later. Oops, 4 to 6 hours later, I'm going to be asleep. That won't work out. Y'all, there's Daisy, by the way. She's been sitting here. I'm going to have that at breakfast. But think why that's happening at dinner. And let's break the pattern. Do something to break the pattern, because that's what you got to do, is break that pattern. Do something very different than you don't normally do to break that. Hey, Charlene from Michigan, having a perfect day. Good morning, Polly. Perfect day in Dalton. Cheryl says, I love my treadmill. I can exercise no matter what, but I love to walk outside. We live close to a beautiful park along a river and a lake. That is very nice. Chris says, I'm with you on the busy road thing. I don't live in a neighborhood. People don't pay attention. 12,000 plus yesterday, though. Awesome. Hey, Catherine, good morning from Temple. Yes, Kimberly. Yes. Lori says, God knows what we need to hear right when we need to hear it. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Hey, Kimberly, Wabash, Indiana, down 7 pounds in 3 days. Whoop, whoop. Congratulations. That's awesome. I saw you asking questions on Monday on the Zoom with Travis, so we're glad you're here. Hey, Alicia, the kids and I are going to walk in the park today after we finish our school stuff. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Kimberly. All right, Julie, the leader of the Summer Slim Down is down 4 pounds on her own challenge. Yay! Thank you for leading people, Julie. Hey, Patty Bass, good morning. She's getting ready for a 2-mile walk with the dog. Enjoy. Hey, Suzette, good morning. I am F-Day in Southeast Kansas. Had a holiday meal last night with my daughter. Ate chips and salsa at the Mexican restaurant. It was so good. I can hear you saying that. It is good. It is fun to be able to do that. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now back to business. Kimberly says, I have a treadmill now so I can walk at night and when it rains. That's great. Okay, Dana has 9 pounds to lose. You'll get that done. You'll get that done. You will, you will. All right, Patty says 16 IMF, maybe longer, feeling powerful this morning. Oh, we love that. I always say, do it. Don't give in the night before because you'll feel good the next morning. And she must have not given in to something. And she's got some powerful feelings going on this morning. Do you know that I feel much better this week after not having all those holidays? Even though I had to deal with a little bit of streak of irritation coming through last night every once in a while, I feel so much better. So I'm with you. A little bit of power going on this morning, Patty. Kimberly says, I give myself tough love. Yeah, we have to. One of the examples that I used, Kimberly, in class was we all have an inner toddler that needs to be parented. So sometimes you have to think of it as parenting yourself. When that inner toddler comes out that wants what we want, when we want it, as much as we want it. Sounds like a toddler, right? Got to parent ourselves. Charlene, I don't know what's happening with the notifications. I'm sorry about that. Thank you for the stars, Miss Polly. Hope you have a great and wonderful day. 3 full lines of stars there. Okay, Kimberly says, I didn't get notification from Travis yesterday, I thought, but when I checked later, and bless his heart, he did. I accidentally had phone turned down. Yes. Hey, Kim, first time here. Let's give Kim Bennett Gladden some hearts, y'all. Let's welcome her to the Shibby Show for the first time. We're so glad that you are here. If you are not a member, please check out theshibbyshow.com and grab yourself a membership. Otherwise, you can go to shibbolithlifestyle.com and look at the free program, but a membership's only $49.95, and you get all of the tools. I would not shortchange myself, y'all. For $49, I'd give myself all the tools. Kimberly, I went to the store yesterday and checked the back of everything. I told Jack if it wasn't good, it wasn't going in the buggy. That is the new way to shop. That is awesome, Kimberly. Way to go. Julie says, love sharing and encouraging my Shibby family. That's right. That is right. Yes. Love that encouragement there. Let's see. Kimberly, in 2.5 months, I'm down 37 pounds. I will toot your horn. I will spin the success dinner. Congratulations to you, Kimberly. That is wonderful. I love it. I love it. Suzette says, good morning, Kim. And I've been really hard on myself always. Yeah, I think we are hard on ourselves. And you know what? Maybe if we can use that hardness to achieve the goals that we want, but then we get that mindset shift that eating this way is actually normal and that's the way we want to do it, and we need something to help us manage it. We use the Shibboleth lifestyle. Maybe we don't have to be so hard on ourselves anymore. Okay, we can get and shift those mental formations, Kimberly. Awesome. Let's see. Kim says, I'm a new member. Awesome. My sweet friend suggested I join. She looks amazing. Her name is Tamar. Awesome. Is Tamar from Georgia? I'm going to Cato's when I get back from walking the dog. She loves clothes now. See how much fun that brings. And we always feel good when we've got some new outfit on, and we feel good when we can put those outfits on. Y'all, I'm actually tired of looking at some of my clothes in my closet because I've been wearing them for 3 years now because they still fit. Used to, I shopped so much because I never knew what size I was going to be. But now it just is there. I've had to shop recently, but that's because I've had a couple of special things to attend. So, all right. Well, I've talked longer than normal today, so I am going to hop off of here. But I hope that y'all go ahead and journal your day. And then if you're watching on replay, hello, please type in hashtag Shibboleth for his glory. Okay, I thought that was Tamar. Okay, awesome. Wonderful, Kim. I'm so glad that she suggested that you join. I don't hear from her much, but when she first learned the program, she was just listening and learning and taking it all in. So it sounds like she has continued to apply. And thank you for giving me that encourage this encouragement this morning, because sometimes you teach people, they're there, but you don't know if they continue because you don't see them all the time. So thank you, Kim Gladden, for telling me that. And Kimberly, it was seriously tough love, but I am so glad that, because it shrunk my tummy. Yes. And I love looking better, feeling better, breathing better. Yes. I was at 209 and now she's 37 pounds down. Kimberly, you are improving your health, your life, and the lives of those around you. So keep going. We can do this together. I come on here every Monday through Friday to show you consistency and encourage you to do it daily. All right. Bye, everybody.